Does selflessness actually exist? That word is used to describe someone who, for example, frequently donates to charities or helps someone without the expectation of getting something back. That's one of the main things. Is that when you help someone, you don't expect anything in return. The thing is, you do expect something in return. A lot of the times, the people that, in my eyes, act selfless, the way they act would most correlate to how the word is defined. Most of the time, while they might not be expecting something directly in return from the person they're helping, they believe they'll get something in return in the form of good karma. I knew someone like that who was always trying to help people. They had people owe them money, but then again, they were always forgiving. They were always thinking that eventually it'll all come back, maybe from God, maybe from karma, maybe from something else entirely we don't know. But that's the thing. They expect something in return in the form of something else in good karma and or believing they are a good person. If you help people and that makes you feel good, technically that is selfless. But if you derive it even further on another technicality, that doesn't make you selfless. That makes you self-benefiting, because you're only doing that thing because you believe that it makes you a good person or it makes you feel good, and that's inherently a good thing. Of course, it's good to have it ingrained in your mind that helping other people is a good thing. Of course, that's very, very good. But you can always extrapolate that and say that isn't truly selfless. That you're doing that for your own benefit, the benefit of feeling good about yourself, the benefit of thinking that you're a good person. And I guess it all comes down to evolution. It always comes back to evolution, where cooperation is a good thing, tit for tat. In the long-term game, you have to help each other, because if you meet each other on a daily basis, you can't just screw each other over. Sure, if you meet one person one time in your life and then never meet again, then that's basis to screw them over, to cheat them, so you get the most bang for buck of your one-off interaction with that person. But if you meet a person multiple times in your life, even daily, you can't really cheat them. You have to be nice. You have to cooperate, because once you cheat them once, they will never want to be cooperative with you ever again. So you're kind of evolutionarily biased to be nice to people, to cooperate with people in hopes that they cooperate with you again if you meet them again. So I guess that's one of the things that's very good with playing long-term games with long-term people. Find people that you are gonna be meeting, you're gonna be in vicinity with for a long, long time, and when you're cooperating with them, when you're building something with them, make sure it's very long-term. Because if it's just a one-time thing, who knows? You can cheat them out of it, and you'll get the most value for yourself. Unless there's reputation involved, unless you're in a society where that person the person you theoretically cheat will be able to tell everyone else about what you've done. So then again, that all kind of comes into play when you're being selfless. You need to help this person, because on the off chance that he tells someone else about your good doings, your reputation increases, your status increases. And even if that doesn't happen, even if he tells nobody, you feel better about yourself because, you're a good person. And even if you don't feel good about it, maybe you're lending money to someone while you really truly need the money, but then you think, okay, he needs it more than me. Even if you don't feel good about it, but you think, oh, this is the right thing to do, this is what God would want me to do, you're technically still not being selfless because you're doing it thinking that it's what God wants you to do. You want to look good in God's eyes. You're like, okay, this is the right thing to do. Then I don't think that's entirely selfless. I think you're still pertaining to your own self benefit. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. There's really nothing wrong with that. Survival comes from putting yourself first. And putting yourself first can mean helping other people so that they will help you. You're still putting yourself first. That's how people live, that's how people survive. I don't think anyone should really argue against that or try to say that that's a bad thing. I mean, we're just arguing words and semantics. Maybe they are selfless.